Head and arm is used in every single martial art I've ever seen, to include wrestling, sambo, judo, jiu-jitsu, and so on and so forth. Okay, pancration. It's a very, very simple throw. If you start kind of from a grip, then what you're going to ultimately want to do is you want to control this arm, and you want to get this around the head until you're grabbing the lat muscle, okay? If you're starting kind of with no uniform, wrestling, or some other no-gi kind of competition, you start with wrist control, and it's the same thing. We still move in this way, all right? I like to teach people right foot to right foot. And then when I go to make the throw, it's left foot to left foot. So you're stepping inside their stance. Pretty simple? Yes, sir. All right, so if I make the grip here or here, and I get to here, and I don't have good base, but he does, this doesn't work. I go to make the throw, he bends his knees a little bit and grabs around my waist, and I basically have nothing. Does that make sense? Sure. So watch this hand and this hand. This hand, when I get here, I'm going to start pushing his head this way. This hand is pulling into my body, right? So without this hand, you can still see I've got good control with the left. Without this hand, I've still got good control with the right, and I got to break his balance. Okay? So then ultimately, when I get in here, right, it becomes a very easy throw. Okay, I pull him across my body, and he falls. If he's a little bit stronger, and I kind of get stuck here, right, I drop this knee and drive his head to the ground and hold him in scarf hold. Can we do it? Sure. All right, thank you, brother. So let's talk a little bit about how to, there's always a few fine points. When I watch you guys do the throw, I start going, okay, what do I want to fine tune? Everybody can do the throw, that's pretty good, but are you doing it well? And are you maximizing efficiency? Is it still strong? Is it fast? Do you have good balance? Is your base right? Are your feet in the right position? So the first thing to remember is, let's make a grip, right? He makes a grip on me, I make a grip on him. This is a good place to start, particularly in Jiu-Jitsu, if they've got a uniform. If not, it's still, I make a grip. I start here. He makes a grip on me, right? And then I'm going to pull in, okay? So however you want to make your grip, that's where we start. Everybody say, make a grip.
Make a grip.
All right, so I'm going to start here with this wrist. Now, footwork, right foot to right foot, okay? Right hand goes over, right? Now again, if I just walk in and I'm gentle with him, he wraps me up, picks me up, throws me on my back, right? Boom, I get destroyed. So I'm going to start affecting his balance from the beginning. Make the grip. Now watch, I hit him right here. Bip, and I move. That bends him over for me a little bit, right? Grab. This hand does some work here, this hand does some work here, and then I got to pull. Now watch, I'm looking over here. The throw's not going to be as good because I really want to be focused over there. And when I turn my head, the body follows. So where you look actually matters. So I move in, I grab him deep. Watch my head. Here, watch. Look! So I pulled him farther. All right. Look. Everybody say, make a grip.
Make a grip.
Step to the foot.
Step to the foot.
Break balance.
Break balance.
Finish the stance.
Finish the stance.
Look hard left and throw.
Look hard left and throw.
If you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, then it's the other direction to fix that. All right. Get with your partner. Tighten it up. All right. Let's talk about sticking this throw. Okay. So if I make the throw and I stay standing, then I'm going to hold on to something to prepare for an arm lock. Okay. So I grab my friend Caleb here. I move in and I make the throw and I hold on to this. Okay? Knee goes right into his body, step right over his face. Now I'm not going to sit directly on him, but I'm going to sit directly down beside him and then rock back. You see how I picked him up off the ground? That means it's tight. This leg is tight. These legs are tight. Now I lift up in all that space. I start taking it up till he taps. Does that make sense? Who wants to see him tap again? All right, just for fun, right? All right, so again, there's no need to snatch it. Nice, slow, steady pressure. If you let go of the hand, there's a good chance that now he's just going to roll away and stand back up. You got to throw him again. Pretty cool? Sure. So, option 2. I grab Caleb and I drop to the ground. I land in scarf hold. Now, this is a pinning move in judo and in wrestling. There's no real pinning in jiu-jitsu because you're not really looking for points to pin the guy. You're looking for an opportunity to submit. But I want to hold this shoulder off the ground. For him to escape, he wants to get on his side and get the shoulder back. So he starts turning to his side. You see how he can now escape. I don't want him to do that. That small 3 or 4 inches matters. I take it up. I can even hold on here if I want, and I keep this tight. Now, I'm being gentle to him. He can still breathe. But if I push on this foot and lift my hips up, he'll go, right? And I collapse his chest. It makes it hard to breathe. Does that make sense? Don't we want them tired? If we get him tired, everything else we want to do with this arm, or if we want to choke him, becomes easier. So this is where we live. We stick. All right. Now, everybody move over to this side of the room so you can see my back. Now, Caleb does not want to be here. So if I'm pushing down and I'm low, I kind of got him. But if he feels me shift up, he just grabs his own hands, ties me up, and he rolls me right over. Now look, oh, and now he runs the show. I'm on the bottom. So where my weight is in relation to his body, if he can pull me onto his body, he can roll me. If I'm off to the side, he can't get me onto his body, very difficult to roll me, okay? Except Jeremy. Jeremy can always roll me. Jeremy is super good at this particular escape. He really can roll, I think, probably anybody. So keep that in mind. Get low, stick the throw. Everybody make throws, but stick the landing. If you throw from the standing, you hold that arm, knee in the chest or in the ribs, step over, sit down armbar, right? Finish it. Otherwise, go to scarf hold. Go, get a partner. Somebody walk me through, how should I really be when I'm trying to hold him down? Somebody give me the first thing that makes sense to you. How should I be on him for the scarf hold?
Way over his shoulder.
All right, let's start with the weight. All right, I like that. So should I be way up here? No. Should I be kind of down here?
Yes.
All right, so my weight is good. I'm in a good position. This leg is up so that I can lift if I need to, or I can move. All right, what's the next thing?
Entanglement.
What am I entangling?
Head.
In this case, I'm entangling the head and the arm. Okay? And Caleb can feel immediately that I've got him. I've got him pretty tight. Does that make sense? All right. If he can roll me, there's another step. So he tries to grab me. Let's see if he can make the roll. All right. I think that I'm too fat for him, right? So if I wanted to, I can pull my head down here by his head. That gets me even lower and tighter, okay? That's an option. But I'm going to leave this space clear for a reason. Hold. I'm going to push this across my face. Now I'm going to push my ear right into him, and I'm going to lock this. All right? I'm going to try to put this hand behind my head, and then I'm going to turn until he taps. Choke?
Yes.
All right. If you're on the back of the neck and you've got space here, it might not choke, but it'll hurt him. It's called a neck crank. You're pinching the vertebrae together, okay? So, again, I can be here. It's not going to choke him, but he might not like it if I'm pinching his neck. Painful?
Yes.
But not a choke.
Not a choke.
Okay, makes sense? So if you look close, that space is going to be the difference between a choke and a neck crank. Everybody can see right there? There's space. Now watch. No space. Space. No space. Choke. Neck crank. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Both of which could, in the fight, if you do it properly. Who can make head and arm choke? Let's show one more time. We start here. We're in which position?
Scarf hold.
Scarf hold. Keisakatame, okay? I got him here. I push this across his face, underneath my ear, right?
Mm-hmm.
I make that space where my elbow is. Remember I told you the space? I make that very small, grab my bicep, and I start trying to get behind my own head. Then I start turning until I hear him make weird noises.
Oh.
Caleb goes a little, he gurgles a little bit when he's choking.
Yes.
And then he taps. Try to make the choke. Thanks, Caleb.
Yes.
So I'm here, right? Now, everybody probably recognizes that I can do this arm lock. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So again, I start pushing down with my leg, and then I move my hips forward, which bends the elbow in the direction of the arm lock. Does that make sense?
Sir.
But that's not the one that I want. This one's pretty cool. You can do this one if you want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of space and lean up this way. Change hands, hold here, and now I'm going to make triangle choke. Okay? If you can't get the leg under there, lift him up. Right? Now, I can turn him, sit this way, and I got him. Can we make triangle choke from here? All right. So all of you that are like, you basically were sitting on the man's head. There's more than one reason to tap out of this, I'll tell you that. All right? But this is a super good one, and Eric Paulson is famous. He'll get in this position here. He's not even working an arm lock, and he'll just make this move, and he'll just make the triangle from there, okay? So it's pretty good. If you can't get the leg fully around, you got to adjust up, all right? Now, I still am not in a great position to lock, so I might lift and hold here, and I got him here. Everybody see the arm triangle or the arm-assisted leg triangle?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's the thing you're going to miss. Somebody's going to try and do this. You're like, why didn't it work? You don't have the arm, but you do have a nice arm bar.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody saw that one?
Yes.
So, y'all didn't see it until I showed it to you. All right, so here we are. We're in scarf hold, right? I go here. I've got arm lock, change, lift, and tuck. Right? Now, I just shift, and I've got it. All right? Can we do it?
Sir.
I'm telling you, that's an Eric Paulson special. I didn't create it. He probably didn't create it, but he's the one that I picked it up from. Super good. So everybody can see. Billy's going to be in the guard position. We're going to look at the triangle choke from the same sort of idea, but we're going to be upside down for the other one we just did, right? I'm just showing you this for reference. Feet, hands. Now, I have to get one leg over and the other arm goes in between. Everybody knows they got to be in this position, right?
Sir.
Now remember, I can do this and I don't have it. He's not choking at all. Even if I lock this, I'm on his back. Everybody see?
Sir.
So what do I have to do? What's the key word?
Tee up.
I got to tee up.
Tee up.
I want, when I pull him in, I want to lift my hips and snag him. Now I got this and I got him, right? I mean, I got him. All right, so let's think about that. So Billy lays down for me. All right, I'm in scarf hold position. All right, how am I gonna negotiate this? You gotta experiment a little bit and try to figure stuff out. So I'm here, all right? Head and arm choke. Make sense? I don't want this hand here. I want it between my legs. So I'm gonna start with this. He doesn't like that. The escape is to bend his elbow and turn. Well, that's fine with me, all right? I'm gonna lift up on his head, palm, and push my body slightly away. Look how deep my knee is, all right? I come over, and I've got a good start, but I'm not in position yet, okay? I'm gonna lift, and I'm gonna grab this leg. I've got him in a lock here. This is a good start. For me to get it, I need to roll and make some other space. But I don't want him to escape. So I keep the pressure on. Now look, right there. See how my leg moves? I got him. See how I felt it? As I turned, I teed up kind of on the roll. Like I teed up in the other one. Thank you, sir. All right. So what's the problem with this position? Joel can just grab me and roll me, right? I'm like, oh, I'm too high. I know I am. He rolls me. He can also roll me back because he's such a good friend of mine, right? So I got to be in position to avoid that, right? So I'm low, right? But then I just got through telling you, you kind of have to move up the body. Seems like he could roll me, right? So I'm here. I make this move. Can he roll me from here? Because I've got him locked up. Now watch. I grab the head, and what does this hand do?
Goes up.
I'm posting. So Joel reaches around, he tries to roll me. This leg and this arm is keeping me from being rolled. Then I move to this position and I start working for that choke. And if I'm a little bit too far away, I can pull him up into it, okay? Even now, let's say he wants to roll me. My foot and my hand are now posting. Not easy to be rolled. The problem is if I'm here, can he roll me the other way?
Probably.
So that's okay too. Does that make sense? I don't have a good post back this way. He tries to roll me, it locks the choke. Pretty cool. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Richie.
One more time, and then we got to fight. So get a partner and let's work through it. Go.